Lo miran vestido con porte muy fino. Se da a respetar, el muchacho es tranquilo. Saluda y abrazo a los buenos.
This is no clapping, right? Para que no me...
Yeah, no, they're gonna fucking kick us out right now.
No clapping.
All right, so we're here, guys, with Los Hijos de García. Do it.
Ready?
All right. Yeah, let's
Salud.
do a cheers.
Salud.
A shot.
Definitely.
So, last time from the showdown, I want to ask you, ¿qué fue lo que te llamó la atención de cuando estaba hablando contigo?
More than anything, it was just like, ¿cómo te digo? It was just giving me a vibe of getting asked questions that made me think a little more or made me reminisce more. And it was just, a nice feeling, definitely, especially since the interviews that, we're offering our guests, it reminds me of that. And also the ones that we've been a part of, the interviews that we've taken, and they're so monotone or very, the same questions, same repertoire of list of, what's coming next? What are you doing next? And it's just that.
Okay. Yeah, because I was telling Saul, he asked me straight up, he was like, hey, you got a list? I'm like, I don't like to go by a list. Mm-hmm. I like for it to just flow.
Yeah.
Flow naturally, and like our main thing, our like our motivation is Vida Sin Filtro,
Mm-hmm.
So to me it's like scripted doesn't, for me it won't go the same as what I'm trying to put out there,
Yeah.
for that same reason that Vida Sin Filtro is life without a filter. Just
Mm-hmm.
put yourself out there and be known for who you are, who you are, like I was telling my wife the other day, I'm like, babe, I know them for the music already.
Mm-hmm.
I know them for the music. I know who they are because of the music, but what about them? What is it that motivated them to get to that point to where it's like, this is it, this is where I want to be, and this is the path I'm going to take.
The real you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to your question of why we chose this path, for me, it was never an option. It was never an option of what else I could do. How I was never really good at school, not because I didn't understand, but because I didn't want to apply myself, because I felt my life was never going to be in a 9-to-5 forever. My life was never going to be that way. I just felt it from early on that I just didn't want to go with what, society usually sets out for all these kids, where it's just a 9-to-5. Whether I was successful enough to prove it wrong or unsuccessful enough to keep fighting, that's, probably another, conversation for another day once I reach that goal. But I feel like, life has been very gifting towards me and it's been very forgiving, I guess I can say. And I mean that in the best ways, because we have been through some shitty fucking times in our life. But I feel like because I've believed so much in, there's no bad time that good doesn't come from, or like basically everything too shall pass, basically.
Yes,
like how your happiness passes, your sadness also passes as well.
Exactly.
So, and I believe a lot of that being life is always an up and down. It's never a fucking straight.
It's never steady. It's never steady. And that's one thing that I think I bring up a lot with my kids, I tell them, nothing in life is given to you. Mm-hmm. Nothing whatsoever. Either there's no choice. You have to earn it. You have to earn it. Like we weren't born with the silver spoon in our mouths, Like we didn't have the luxury. I wouldn't say luxury. I don't want to say that. I want to say luxury because just being able to live life is a luxury.
Mm-hmm.
It's a luxury in itself.
Yeah.
But like this, I want to say like the extra stuff that maybe other families have, you know, that they were able to provide that much more, you know, and it's true. Like every path you take in life, like and the way you walk, the way you carry yourself is what you're gonna basically attract to yourself. I want to ask you this: Are you like a believer of speaking things into existence?
Oh, big time. That shit. That was everything I was doing. Remember with when we were starting. See, no, primo. Like all I was doing was fucking dreaming about the moment where I was gonna be on big stages, the moment where my music was gonna be heard. That's all I was doing. Like me and him grew up basically together también, güey. And that's all I would dream of. That there was no other fucking thing that I ever thought of more than this, ever. It was just that, actually. It was just that. That was all I would ever fucking think of. Saul was more applied in school, so he had better chances of doing other things, you know. It was more my influence telling him, like, hey, don't go chase your dreams. Like, let's chase this one, you know what I mean? So,
but it wasn't like a dream that was to me like,
you're gonna...
God damn, I
caught that shit.
keep dropping that shit. Thank you. I hope they caught it on the camera. It was never like a I never had like big, like Freddy said, his only dream was to do music. Mine was like, I always was that type of person that liked to stay like in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
So I was okay with like the job that I had, the girl that I had. Like I was like happy with that myself, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was never the type that was like, man, I wish I could be here and I wish I could be like that. It wasn't until I think we got into like a terrible deal that I started realizing that fuck, like we could really be fucked over and life could really like kind of stay this way forever, you know? And I was just following Freddy's dream though, you know? Like it became my dream when I started seeing what could happen. Mm-hmm. But Freddy was always like the visionary, the one that said like we're gonna be on these stages and shit, and I was just there following with my accordion trying to catch up, you know? Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't pursue what I thought I wanted to do in high school, because I wanted to be I mean, shout out to all the police officers in Vegas. Some of them, a lot of them are dicks, but I wanted to be a police officer way. I wanted to be a police officer way. But I wanted to be a police officer because I wanted to become a detective later on.
Okay.
So I looked into the career like their schedules and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the fact that detectives at any moment or any time they have to leave whatever they're doing or their home or whatever to go to an investigation or some shit, right? I just didn't like that whole idea. So from that learning that's when I made the decision to scrap that and see what comes up, basically, you know?
Yeah.
So
you would say your brother was a big influence, like, to where you're at now with him?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my brother Freddy, my older brother Raul, the one that plays in Los Escoltas.
Yeah.
My brothers for sure. If it wasn't for the band, for the grupo, for any of that music, I would have been like a shy ass fucking, you know, still maybe, you know, 9 to 5 or whatever, you know. Like I would have not gotten out of my shell. I wouldn't have been. Yeah, I would have been a whole different person. So yeah, they inspired me for sure.
Okay, so you're saying you're it's called an introvert, right?
I'm an introvert for sure.
Introvert, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm an introvert. I was super shy. Like, I had maybe like one girlfriend in my whole fucking kinder to high school. Like, bro, I was just a normal kid, you know?
And let me ask you this. How old were you when all this started?
When we started doing music, I think I was from 7th going to 8th. So from 7th to 8th, I started learning. 9th grade, we started performing. And that's when I barely would get out of my shell. But it wasn't until like high school, like senior year, I got out of my shell. Why you about to laugh?
Because I remember the fucking 5th grade girlfriend that you had that was hugging a tree that was ugly as fuck.
Hey, what's that one movie where there's that girl that she's hugging a tree too? She's hugging a tree and then she puts her hands in her armpits and she's like, nasty.
I don't know that fucking movie.
No, I can't remember the name on the top of my head, bro. But right now you said,
I don't even want to talk no more.
Right now when you said tree hugger, it's like, oh, it reminded me of that movie.
Nah, what were you saying for real?
I forgot.
Damn.
Yeah, you made him go back in the shell again.
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, our own little history is repeating itself with this new phase in our career where I'm, taking us to new heights as well, where it's not just Hijos anymore, where we're pushing, 48th Music, which is our new company.
Yeah.
And bringing it to the heights that we are, and being able to build the team that I am, and having such a clear vision of where we're taking it. I think it's something that I've imagined, or that I've found like new inspiration in. I feel like I've had that idea of Hijos de García for such a long time that it's very refreshing to feel que, I'm having these wild, I guess you can call it aspirations.
Visions too.
Yeah, visions into being able to becoming, one of the biggest labels, and being able to bring back good business back into the whole industry. Instead of offering fucked up contracts, being able to really represent the musician.
Yeah, definitely.
The artist,
definitely,
the art.
Definitely.
So with that being said, I mean, I'm saying that history is kind of repeating itself again, because it's like, because of these newfound aspirations or levels that I want to reach, I'm kind of, bringing everybody along with me. Like, my brother, I'm telling him, hey, we got to do this. And I'm more than anything the one that is spearheading the whole project and the movement. So it feels like, 2016, 2017 again, when I told them, hey, let's do this a lo grande, again. You know what I mean? But now it's in a different role. Now we're talking about, me being now in a CEO position and him in a COO position.
Like, everything we learned too, though, and that back then we knew like zero. Now we know so much.
I'm talking about more like the inspiration of even getting it started. Like, for example, the music. Like, like let's make this big. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah. When we did it back then, it was.
Freddie, how old were you when you decided that? I remember last time that we were talking, you did say something about like you were working at a call center, correct?
Yeah.
And then you just decided you were like, basically, fuck this shit. Like, this is not what I'm meant to be doing.
No.
Yeah. No, I didn't say. No, I said I got fired.
No, I'm saying. Yeah. He did say that he got fired.
They kicked both of us out. Yeah, they kicked both of us.
Working
Yeah.
At the same time?
Yeah, at the same fucking time. He fucking got fired first, and then I got fired.
But going back to
Hell no.
You went first. We were next door cubicles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bro. So it was miserable. Con decirte que our fucking highlight of the day, and we make fun of this shit all the time. The highlight of our fucking day was getting Popeyes at lunch. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, it was so sad.
And then just going back into what felt like an eternity, just fucking dealing with old ass people talking about their fucking AC doesn't work in New York, and they were freezing their fucking ass off, right?
Yeah, that's
something like that.
During that time, how old were you?
I had to be like.
Because you hadn't started yet, correct?
No, okay. No, we hadn't gotten into any big thing. We were barely releasing.
We were doing music though, locally.
Yeah, we had been doing music since. Right, we had been doing music since like 13, 14, and I've always been like, I'm gonna go get my own money. I'm gonna go do my own thing. So I've always been able to get jobs, and that's what I was doing since I was like 16. Started off with fucking Domino's. Then
you were about to say
I was about to say Pizza Hut again. That's why I got fired from Domino's, because I said Pizza Hut too much, bro. Straight up.
Like, thank you for calling Pizza Hut
all the time.
Hey, you never know. Maybe it was meant for you to work at Pizza Hut.
Yeah. No, and literally, I would get fucking hired pretty quick. Like almost every month, I would be switching from job to job. Like. Then I went to Levi's, then Express, then this Bembridge Jewelers, where I was fucking a certified diamond expertise looking at.
During that time that you were going through that and just, being able to get all kinds of different jobs, right? And just experience, right? How did it make you feel during that time that you were actually working, doing those type of things? Like, was there always deep in your heart, like, this is not what I meant to be doing?
Yeah. Big time. I was always feeling like, I would tell them all the time in the bed, I was like, man, fuck this job. Like all the time. Because I just genuinely saw myself on stages. I saw myself.
So
like,
siempre te pasaba por la mente?
Oh yeah, when we would go pistear and watch like big groups, I would always feel like my hands clammy when the groups would come up, and I'd be like, fuck, like I could imagine me going up there and everybody screaming for me like that, you know. And I don't know, I guess I just spoke too much about it that it fucking happened, you know.
Yeah. ¿Qué fue lo que te hizo hacer tu primera canción? ¿Qué se te vino a la mente en ese momento? Si es que te acuerdas en ese momento a la edad, en esa etapa que te hizo, like, I want to do this. This is what I want to write down, you know, like this is the type of song I want to write. Like, ¿qué fue lo que te motivó a eso?
Era el ambiente that I was around. I was literally, like, the majority of our friends was just like the truck clubs, and that's what era el ambiente that I was just exposed to.
He was the only person in Vegas.
Pulling up.
He was the only person in Vegas part of a truck club thinking of that truck.
That's crazy.
You had a 300.
I know. I didn't say I was part of it. I'm saying I would hang out. Why do you think I would hang out? No. Here's the other fucked up part of the
With
music.
all the respect, you had a little tacuache moment.
No.
I did too. I'm not gonna
I wanted a truck. No, but I'm gonna tell you why they wanted me there, because they were either fucking expecting me to play for free because we were friends. And they would always tell me, "Sí o no, güey," when we would go to the tocadas, what would they tell me first, güey? ¿Y la guitarra? And it's like, damn, like, at first, I'd be like agarrando cura, I'd fucking talk shit too or whatever. Yeah. But then I'm like, hey, these niggas are being for real. You know what I mean?
You took off your sticker after that.
I never had a sticker, you piece of shit.
Wait, what truck club were you from?
Nah, but yeah, like being in ese ambiente donde we would go to that shit, y a veces, you know, donde sí me ofrecían un $100 or whatever to go play or something. Or me, nomás por puro gusto, where I'm like, man, I just want to show people that I can sing or that I can play. You know, show my music.
Was it just you on your own?
Yeah, for a long time it was just me. Yeah. Okay. Especially when I was kind of getting inspired to really do this for real. Saul was learning accordion at that time, and I was doing a lot of things by myself, you know. A lot of videos.
I was learning for I learned for 9 months until I started playing.
Yeah.
How did you like start practicing? How did you go about with the accordion?
I started learning accordion on an iPad. Yeah, on an iPad I started learning. My brother from Nos Escoltas, he was leaving the grupo that me, Freddy, and him had. So Freddy was like, hey man, we need to keep going. We can't just stop. He's like, you should learn accordion. And I wanted to learn accordion already because me llamaba la atención. So I'm like, damn, I want to learn Raul's accordion. And I don't think I've talked about this. I would try to use his accordion when he would be at work. And bro, he would find out that I would be using it, bro. Y el otro día, güey, una regañiza, like, fuck, una regañada pasada de verga that he would get mad, bro, because I was touching his stuff.
Yeah.
So Freddy's like, man, you know what? Acordeon de buttons is more popping right now. Just learn the button one. And I was like, man, fuck it. If I'm about to get tanto with my brother, I'll just learn the button one. And we didn't have like money to really get a sick button one. So I'm like, man, we have an iPad. The app is like $2. Paid it, and I started learning. I would just look at tutorial. I would like, you know how on the iPad you could slide up, and have like 2 windows.
Yeah,
I would just slide from the tutorial to the app, and nomás la sacaba así como como miraba al guy do it on YouTube. And then hasta que un compa de high school me prestó su acordeón that he bought that he was gonna learn with. Me hizo el paro y me la prestó, and I gigged with it for like half a year. Me ahorré dinero. I bought the same one, and I gave him his back. Yeah. It was a little Panther. Yeah.
That's dope. When you first got your first official accordion, ¿qué sentiste?
Fuck, I felt like a little kid in Christmas, and I was already grown, so like I hadn't had that feeling in a long time, because you stop getting gifts when you're like what, fucking middle school. You know, so like in high school, I wasn't getting shit. So they're like, no, I got them still.
I think elementary was my last gift.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, wait. So like, I felt like that, bro. Like I couldn't believe it. It was like, my first one was a Gabanelli, orange one. Okay. That we did 18 libras with the whole first album. I recorded that with that accordion, and it was just like, I'm a big fan of Ramon Ayala, so seeing that I could finally play an accordion that is used by somebody like that, I was just excited, bro.
Is that the same accordion you have on the background and you guys' podcast?
Exactly. Yep. That's the same one.
That's dope.
Yeah. And then now in this season that we're doing, que acompañamos a otros artists with their music.
Yeah.
Freddie's using the original 18 Libras one too. That we did the album with.
That's
That's
only Quinto I've ever had. So I mean, I found that one, and luckily I was able to get it at a price that, shit, it was my last dollar. También allá, I went to go find it in Tijuana, in one of the legendary Quinto or Bajo Quinto makers, Enrique Pasaya, the señor, not the sons. And all his shit was too expensive for me. Like, all his shit started at 1,800, 1,900. I only had 1,100 with me, and that was like my last fucking dollar that I had to my name, type of shit. And I showed up with fucking crumbled ass dollars looking ass to his gates allá in Tijuana. And I remember telling him, like, hey, I'm looking for a guitar. And the old guy kind of came out. He was like, yeah, pásale. So I walked in, and it was like a taller of just a bunch of guitars, beautiful fucking guitars. And I immediately was like, yeah, I don't have enough for this shit. Like, yeah, I already felt it. And I'm like, viejon, I'm like, can you show me your cheapest one? And he showed me a set of 3. There was the orange one that I had, a black one, and then like a white color, like natural color wood. He's like, estas son las más baratitas que traigo. He's like, hay una de 1,950, 2,100, and then 1,800. And the orange one was 1,800. Y me le quedaba mirando, and I'm like, fuck, like I yeah, no, las otras dos se miraban más perras, and I fucking tried them first, and they felt good. And then I'm like, fuck it, let me try that one. I immediately fell in love with it. Like, it felt my price, you know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, it shit felt like, it felt
like that was for you.
Yeah, it had a sound that I just immediately connected with. And it was the less pretty one out of all 3. And
probably the best sounding.
The best sounding, definitely. And I told him, I'm like, no, viejo, I'm like, con que nomás me dijo el precio, le dije, no me va a alcanzar. He's like, se quedó pensando, and he's like, ¿cuánto traes? Le dije, no, I'm not even gonna try to regatearte. I'm like, I'm way too far. I'm like, I don't have a single dollar left. Le dije, that's it. This is all I have. 1,100. Se quedó pensando. I'm like, no, I shut myself down first. I was like, no, ¿sabe qué? I'm like, muchas gracias por su tiempo. I'm gonna leave. And I was already walking out and shit, and I was walking through the patio, and then he opens the door again, and he's like, oye muchacho, he's like, ¿sabes qué? Llévatela. And then I fucking turned around, and it was like
you were like little man.
Yeah.
You were like little man when he's crying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, yeah, and pues me la llevé en una fucking bolsa de basura, güey, blanca, güey, like those big ass hefty. Yeah, sin estuche. I didn't even want to ask for estuche. I'm like, hell no. You gotta take the shoes off my feet. For real.
Al momento que te dijo, hey, llévatela, ¿qué sentiste todo dentro?
Oh, viejo, like that shit. It genuinely, it felt like when they approve you for a fucking new home looking ass, you know, like that,
like
bro.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, like you feel like you got the best credit score. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Nah, that's bullshitting. But in reality, that felt like the gates of the music, gods kind of opening.
Hey, it entered the.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro. Yeah, no, and that was a moment that really changed the course of where I was bringing music. You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope because it's like, do you feel que se sintió mal por ti, no? Que a lo mejor se quedó pensando, diciendo, hey, a lo mejor le va a cortar la inspiración a este morro.
I think so.
Hay que darle, se la va a soltar.
I think so, because let me tell you, that man was not fucking hungry for money. He's one of the best guitar makers in the world, like for Bajo Quintos. Like este compa, like even his sons make guitars, like because of how well le va al señor.
Now that you are in the position that you are right now, have you ever got back to him?
I really have wanted to, but no contesta. Like he doesn't no contesta like the regular pedidos. Like he has a.
We hear that he passed away.
And he didn't, and he's still alive. I don't know why the fuck they made that big ass lie that he died.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Grizzly, stupid ass. Honestly, out of all people, Grizzly was the one that started with that.
Yeah, so you probably made the rumor worse. I mean,
Yeah, probably me. Yeah.
That's it. That's cool, man. What you say, I'm gonna, you know what? Un día de estos, I'm gonna dedicate myself to go back y decirle, ¿sabes qué? Gracias. Gracias porque, la neta, yo venía con bien limitado y tú me dices, me abriste esto lo que tengo ahorita.
¿Cuándo vas a pensar eso?
Making me feel like a fucking terrible person.
You're like thinking about it now.
Yeah. Put me to think. You know, no,
So-
definitely.
Saul, I was asking your brother the other day,
Yep.
what makes Saul now from Saul back then?
Damn, I cry a lot less. I'm a less emotional
In a
person.
good way or a bad way?
I don't know. You're trying to get deep, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I do cry a lot less though. I used to be a hella emotional ass kid and shit. Like super shy, all that shit. Like I was telling you. Yeah, but nah, I feel like the music really made me grow up like super quick. Like I think very different now. You know, maybe not the music too. I went through a hard ass breakup that taught me a lot too about myself. So I feel like as opposed to when, like Saul now to when, to when are you talking about?
Saul, from elementary up, you said to high school that you started kind of popping out more, right?
Getting out of my shell,
more, and then so you had your high school phase where you started popping out more, and then fast forward, you were in high school what years?
2011 to 2015.
2015. So fast forward, so Saul from elementary to high school, right? So you were 2011 to 2015, or I want to say 2016, and then 2018 when you guys just fucking took off.
Right.
How like did would you say you had different phases as Saul or
For sure, yeah. Hell yeah. Because when we first got signed, I was in that relationship that I'm telling you about. So I was very like very mandilón, bro. Like very like I was over there with my girl all the time. Llegábamos de touring y ni llegaba a dormir, me iba ya con ella. And y también because I was toxic. Like yo también like I wouldn't let her go out because I wouldn't how do I say it? I wouldn't go out to not let her go out.
Okay.
On some dumb shit, right? I went through all that whole phase of just being like in love and all that shit.
It's gonna fall again.
And I just went
like in the cliffhanger. Alex is on the floor.
It's just right there. Yeah, I'm gonna go like
Tom, it's okay. We're about to switch rooms.
I know. Yeah.
Final question, and it's probably gonna make you guys go into deep thought, and I hope it is, because like again, I want you guys, the brothers, Saul and Freddy. Si el día de mañana, a como van las cosas, like con todo el pedo que está pasando ahorita, ¿verdad? Que digan, hey, hasta aquí llegó la música regional mexicana. Ya, hasta ahí se va a cerrar, ¿Han pensado qué otras cosas pueden hacer?
And I feel like you can't think about a fucking like being at such a level of wanting to make something work or having to literally fucking rely on this shit to work. You can't think that way. You can't think of like, what's my plan B? What the fuck else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you do that, you no longer love this. You no longer live for this. This is what we live for.
Or you're no longer trying to get to that goal.
Yeah, like
like how Freddie had only one option.
As if it's life or death. Literally, it's like it's either this is my life or I don't belong on this earth type of shit. And that's how I strongly feel about music. Still, there's nothing else other than that. Yeah, there may be little ventures and shit that I might do, but my life is music. That's what I've dedicated my entire life for.
Your drive.
Yeah, there's nothing else that I have drive for. Like my family, it drives me to make more music or more business in music. Like that's me. That's what defines me. You know what I mean? And I feel like without music, I'm not shit. Without music, I'm nothing. You know what I mean? I stop existing. I stop everything.
How do you feel, Saul?
I feel the exact same way, bro. I don't, not to sound like lazy or nothing, but I don't think there's a plan B, you know? Yeah, what Freddy said. It's only this. It's only different extensions of music, you know, our career, our brother's career that we can help out, other artists up and coming. There's nothing else that I don't see myself really getting into anything else other than like the basic, like, you know, once cuando te está yendo bien, you'd like to invest in real estate and maybe some type of little business, but it's always been music. And my role, I feel like I do very well helping out Freddie and stuff that he needs to get done. Vice versa too, you know, whenever I ask him like, hey, we need this, whatever. But yeah, we complement each other well, you know, like just going through the whole depression and COVID, going through our personal problems, going through my mom's passing, going through everything. It's always been me and Freddie holding each other up, you know? Like, he doesn't let me fall and I don't let him fall. Because if I didn't have him here and it was just me as an artist, like, I'd be either, I don't know, I wouldn't be nowhere where we're at now, you know? And vice versa. If I wasn't here and it was just Freddie, he would be in another world, you know? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we're here together, and
that's a very dope brotherhood, you know, that you guys have. That is the bond, like you can see the bond, you know. Yeah. It's like the literally the yin and the yang. You know, the yin and the yang, because you're the introvert. Freddie, I see you kind of like the extrovert, bro.
Yeah, I've always been that. Yeah,
tú estás, hey, acá esto, el otro, and I see Saul like they're next to you, you know, and just watching you, just watching you, you know, and that's honestly dope. It's to me, it's like. And I grew up in a family where I have 2 older sisters, and I'm the only guy in the family. Damn. You know, so I wish I had a brother. Yeah. My dad and my mom say I have a brother somewhere. I hope I get to find him. I hope I get to find him, you know? Yeah. And it'll be dope. And I told my dad to this day, I'm like, hey, ¿dónde está? No es cierto, no, es puro pedo. Y digo, eres cabrón, viejito. Dice, no.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to ask, just before we cut this off, para los dos, ¿ok? ¿Cómo es que ahora, estando en el lugar que están ahorita, cómo es que te sientes ahorita de saber que ustedes crearon todo esto y son familia, siendo hermanos? ¿Te sientes orgulloso de todo lo que ha pasado en la vida de todos ustedes?
Yeah, I definitely do, because the biggest thing that I've ever heard in real business is don't ever mix family and business. And we're literally doing that. And because it wasn't fucking easy at all. It was almost like we were forcing each other to make it work. And there was a lot of moments where we were gonna be done. I told him plenty of times, like, dude, if this is how fucking things are gonna be, I'd rather let you keep hijos and I'm gonna just go do my own thing somewhere. I'm gonna fucking leave, like.
And I could have been a fucking ambicioso, codicioso person, whatever word you want to call it, and be like, yeah, fucking give it all to me. Varicioso, but I know that's not the plan. That's not what's
algo que sí me tocó la otra vez al corazón fue que dijiste tú, because I can kind of relate to it, right? You said something about when you actually, wanted to start and get out there and do your thing. Dijiste tú que nobody was there for you but Saul.
Yeah.
Like, Saul was the one that was probably the only one that believed in you.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that grabbed the accordion and started learning 9 months straight. You know what I mean?
I had to believe in you.
Yeah, after he said, all right, fuck it, I'm not going to go to fucking, university or whatever.
Hey, you know what's funny? So, I have the same background, and because I grew up in LA, right? Mm-hmm. I grew up in LA, and I was going down the path to be a cop too. Like, I was in police academy and whatnot. So when you brought that up, I'm like, oh shit! Like, I was going down that path too. And más que la vida pasó. Yeah, I didn't decir la vida pasó y afortunadamente estamos aquí. Yeah. Estamos aquí, and you guys found something bigger, bigger than that.
Yeah, I feel very thankful. Yeah, like Saul says, thankful with God that and every other divine power, I guess that you can say, because so many people go on in this world without finding their true calling, and they just fucking live a regular life, a life without meaning, a life without real passion, you know. And they consider their work, their 9 to 5, a passion. That's not life. Like, you're just, you know, another monkey in the fucking, you know, chain.
Owned by the government, basically.
Yeah, another monkey in the chain, and then you just fucking die and you're done. But, you know, us being able to find something that inspires other people, that, you know, my primo, he's one of our newest composers to 48th Music. We just signed him. We're gonna be, you know, doing big fucking things, man. You know.
Who is 48th Music and why 48th Music?
48th Music is the street that we grew up on.
No, 48th Street. 48th Music is us.
Yeah, 48th Street is the street that we grew up on, and it represents a time where things were in our minds achievable, reachable, and without limitations. You know, and natural, organic, like it just felt like free, and that's what I feel 48th represents in those words.
Was it 48th in Compton?
48th and Hoover.
48th in Hoover?
Yeah.
Hoover or Hoover?
Hooper.
I was on my mom. I was talking to my mom today because you know how you asked me what part of Michoacán.
Oh yeah.
So Los Reyes,
Los Reyes,
Michoacán.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, mom, they're from 48th Street, you know. They were born and raised around the area. She's like, oh, that's funny because we lived on 40th and Compton.
That's on the other side of Ascot, right there where La Carreta's at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was our elementary school, Ascot.
Ascot?
Ascot.
I guess around that time we lived in the area, but I moved more more down south, because I guess I was born in that house and then raised more like on 105th and Central. By Watts Towers and by Jordan Lock High School.
Yeah. No, sí, carnal. I mean, you know, we all, it feels like such a small world. You know what I mean?
Neta,
Yeah.
it does.
And then when you start thinking like, fuck, like we haven't really traveled like around the world. We haven't gone to see these other places and see how big the fucking world is. It's crazy how we think the whole planet is fucking United States and Mexico. You know what I mean?
What's one place that you will say that you want to go by the end of this year?
I don't really have a desire to travel right now. I have a desire to fucking work and make some shit happen.
Hustle.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about vacations right now.
Like I said,
shit, I don't feel like I deserve them.
Like I said, that shark mindset is what keeps you going.
Yeah.
What keeps you going, and then this right here, you guys, you know, you guys and Raúl, you know.
Oh yeah, they're on another level.
Yeah, they're it's like it's a family. I would say a family business.
Do you guys ever plan on doing something all together soon?
As far as what, like music?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
We have more. We just did a recent collab on our album that we dropped this year. So
yeah, but no, we're gonna be doing. They're getting a lot more clout, and you know, we definitely are gonna be doing more projects with them. They're coming over to 48th Music. We're signing them over.
Who's the oldest?
In December, Raul.
Raul's oldest.
And then
he doesn't do music.
Yeah, so it's Raul in that group, and then I'm the second oldest, then Saul, and then Randy with Raul.
Simon,
yeah, Randy, the little one.
Growing up, do you guys have a family that's also in the music industry, or?
No, nobody. Literally, it was just.
We saw it from Raul.
Yeah, Raul started picking up music, and then we just wanted to learn, just to copy. You know what I mean?
Like, we've heard of the stories that my dad's dad would play guitar. And then my dad has told us stories that he used to kind of like try to mess around with a group over there, but nothing serious though. Like nothing serious. It was.
So you guys are the
first
legacy.
generation, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely. I think you could call it the first generation that really took it to any kind of height. You know.
That's dope. Yeah, because I remember last time you were telling me que mirabas tú a tus tíos y a tu papá pisteando and escuchando la música.
Definitely that music. I remember. Following along like with some sticks in a bucket, or you know, just following along with the beat, you know what I mean, and just feeling the music already, just feeling the emotion, you know.
Guys, thank you for allowing me to do this with you guys, you know, allowing us to do this with you guys.
We're very grateful, especially as a start off. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
No, for sure. Of course.
And guys, Semi Guapos, follow them.
Semi Guapos, check it out, podcast.
Los Hijos de García y puro 48 music, pariente. That's right. Right here. Ahí estamos.
Thank you.
Ándale.